I'm Anton Uhuru, a teacher at Dene Primary School found in Gemsab County. Currently, I'm the chairman Bunge la Mwalimu, Siaya County branch. So I'm here with this delegation to share a few things that are affecting the teachers of Kenya that might be behind the curtains. So we are particularly going to address this problem that we are going through in the NAT, that is the KNUT, in Kenya as a whole. First of all, we want to address this issue of the administrators being in the leadership of NAT. We are not only going to yap today, but to send a strong message to the Secretary General, Mr. Yu, to know that we teachers on the ground are very much aware of what is happening and the content of the CBA that was supposed to start in July 2021. It is now long overdue, and we are left with no option rather than to let the whole nation know about it. The guidelines are very clear. Parties mutually agreed. These are the stakeholders who are there during the CBA implementation. Agreed that a head teacher or a teacher acting in the position of a head teacher shall not be a union member. It further states that parties further reiterated that taking into consideration the best interest of the child, this will be conflict of interest by the administrators being in the union leadership. That is why we call upon them today to resign. Let them take charge and resign.
I've always had the will, the ordinary teachers, they call us classroom teachers, to obey the CBA that they are brought forward by our NAT. So in 2021 again, we had another CBA as per the labor laws. I want to go specifically to content of that CBA. In the CBA that we are currently enjoying, we are very happy with them. Whatever they always bring us, we take it wholeheartedly. The CBA bars the head teachers from members of the union. In Siaya here, the head teachers are the one occupying the most lucrative parts of the union.
They are acting out of ignorance. The issue they are mentioning about head teachers in the union is neither here nor there. I want to brief you that we went for a meeting in the National Executive Council to look at the recognition agreement between KNUT and the Teachers Service Commission. You can remember, this is an agreement that has been there from 1967. So it had to be changed. Because of the underlying factors, things have changed. Several other unions have come up. So we had to reconsider. We will look at it again afresh. So we did basically that. And in the process of doing basically, amongst other things that I will not get into details now, there are two major issues that came up. Number one was the issue of demarcation. KNUT remained an entirely primary affair because all along we have had KNUT with our constitution. It encompasses everybody in the teaching fraternity, right from primary up to high school. But now with coming in and the recognition agreement between TSC and KUPPET, it meant that all secondary schools and post-primary teachers were now pushed to KUPPET. We had now to remain with primary teachers. That one we agreed with TSC and said we can domicile ourselves in that. The issue number two was the issue of administrators. Teachers Service Commission wanted to remove the administrators out of the union, claiming that they are managers. Well, that was their proposal, as much as it could also be contentious because, you know, the constitution that we anchor ourselves in is the constitution of 2010. And it's stipulated there very, very clearly that any worker has a right to join any trade union and is allowed to picket, demonstrate, even be elected as a leader in that. That one notwithstanding, given that we have proper relationship with TSC, we are now talking, we decided to agree on one fact, and that was the issue of the head teachers, not deputies, not senior teachers. The head teachers to be out of the union, they remain as administrators. That one is there in the recognition agreement. Now all these things put together, and there's a rider in that recognition agreement, all these things put together, they are supposed to take effect by 2026, the implementation date. It is not now. And that is where they get it wrong. That is why they should have come to me as an NEC member. I briefed them before they start walking around talking about things they don't know. It is not now, it is not today. There is no law that is implemented retrogressively in the country here. You put a law today, you give a timeline for implementation. These issues will be implemented in 2026, when we shall be going for now new, fresh elections, general elections. So the gentlemen now can now start to, they can start working up so that they can pick those seats that will be left by the head teachers that particular time, not today. They are in the office legally.